Hey, what's going on, everybody? Chris Pyles, uh, day 121. Um, it's been a while since I've made a video, and let me take a look and see. Was I've got to get back in this. I know I say every video that I need to make some more videos, but just been so busy. I mean, life has been really busy for me, trying to keep myself occupied, and trying to keep myself busy. That's the main thing. And you know, here recently I've been trying to pick up different activities that I can do that would keep me busy. That's the main thing. Um, I got the chat pulled up. We got Tina's Closet. Hey, how's it going? Um, but yeah, I've been keeping busy, and I was actually at a garage sale last weekend, and we picked up this P90X set, and then they had like a gold gem, iron gem, something that you hang the thing on the door and you can do push-ups and stuff like that. So actually this week I've been trying to focus on doing some fitness stuff, and because I am overweight, um, I need to lose pounds or so. So I'm kind of getting my mind wrapped around that now, and staying busy with that, and you know, and starting tomorrow. And see, this is the thing for, at least for me on my recovery, I'm constantly keeping my mind going instead of thinking negative thoughts all the time like I used to. I would think negative thoughts all the time just to find any reason to drink. Um, I'm having a bad day. I'm a drink. Oh, I'm late on this payment. I'm gonna have a drink. That's how it used to be. Now I'm trying to fill my time with stuff that is actually positive. That's gonna do good for me. Gonna do good for my family, and that's that's what I've been doing. And here in the last 2 months, we do a reselling business on the side, and it's been picking up for us. So that's been helping out a lot, been keeping me busy, and it's keeping me happy, and that's another thing that is helping with the sobriety. Um, it's I'm not going to say it doesn't bother me anymore because it really does. When I see alcohol and stuff, I still get the desire for it. Um, I still get the desire for it all the time, actually, and I'll even admit to my wife on days I'm like, "Hey, I was tempted today. I was tempted today," you know, and sometimes she'll give me the look like, "Oh, is he gonna go back to it?" Um, this is like the second longest time that I've ever been sober, and this time I really want it to stick. Tomorrow is my 4 month anniversary. I guess you can call it a 4 month anniversary, but um, you know, me and sobriety have been together for 4 months tomorrow. So that's why I'm making this video tonight, because tomorrow, more than likely, I'm going to be at my family, eat my lasagna. Every every month on the 6th is my anniversary of sobriety. June 6th was the last time, and my favorite meal is lasagna, so we have that to celebrate. But I still do get tempted, and um, the thing that I keep telling myself, I have that voice that's in my head. You can go ahead and and you can have just one. You can have one. You can just sneak one. It'll be okay. And so that's where the temptation comes in, and that's why I think about it. I'm like, you know what? Maybe let me go. It's not gonna be that bad. Let me go have something. Maybe it'll calm me down. And and then what I've been doing is I've been just telling myself, dude. Yeah, I've just been telling myself that, dude, you're an alcoholic. And then when I think it was actually one of my customers said something about drinking to me. I work at a car rental place. Um, one of my customers said something about, "Hey man, thanks for the hookup. I'll bring you some beer," or something like that. And I was like, "Man, I'm an alcoholic," and that's exactly what I said to the guy. And he kind of looked at me like, okay, so do you want it or not? And I told him, I was like, dude, I'm an alcoholic. No, because I can't have it. And he's like, well, don't alcoholics like to drink? Yeah, they do like to drink, but this alcoholic can't just have one. I'm an alcoholic. Well, I got to have more. I got to have more than that. I got to feel that buzz. And once that buzz gets there, I got to feel even more of a buzz. And then before you know it, and not remembering anything all over a stupid drink, you know? So, I'm that's what I keep in my mind. I'll tell people straight up I'm an alcoholic. And, it sounds horrible, if it really does. If you go and you have a mirror, um, you stand in front of a mirror and you just look at yourself and say, I'm an alcoholic. I'm an alcoholic. If you just say that to yourself, it's kind of degrading, you know. It's not something to be proud of, definitely, and especially if you're a parent, with kids. And I know maybe one day my mom and dad will probably watch these videos, and they've probably already watched these videos. But I grew up seeing it all the time, thinking it's okay, but it's not okay because you know, and I mean, not to get too deep into my family's life or anything, but my parents got divorced. They did what they could to have the family together all throughout school. Me and my brothers, we when when I was, I think, junior in high school, something like that. It was around that time is when they split up. But they worked as hard as they could for us. But they were both drinkers, more so my father than my mom. Um, because she knew, hey, I got to take care of these kids, so she was more responsible about it. But I still saw it all the time, and I'm not mocking my dad or anything because he's lived and he learned. But um, and I love my parents very much, but that stuff was always around, and I always saw it. There was always big parties at the house. Um, it was there, and that's something I don't want my kids seeing. And I've said this before. I think I've said it on other video. I know I said it on a Facebook Live. Um, and, one thing that I will never ever forget till I go to the grave. You know, um, Going to that grocery store that day, and my oldest, she's 7 now, but at the time she was like 1 or 2, and maybe she was 2 or 3. I don't know, something like that. But we were going through the store, and we were going past the chip aisle, went past the soda aisle, then we started going past the beer aisle, and then she looked at me, she said, "Look, Daddy, there's your juice. Go get her some juice." And then she saw that and she pointed out, "Look, Daddy, there's your juice." And that just, it broke my heart, and I will never ever forget that. And even at that point, I was still such a self-centered alcoholic. I guess I can call it that, a self-centered alcoholic, where you just don't care about what you do to other people. Even though she's my daughter, I love my family. The addiction uh, took over. I It made me feel horrible that day, and I stopped for a couple days. Until I went back downtown and DJ'd and got some free drinks and started all over again. And that's something I won't ever forget. So, that's something that's been helping me a lot along the way is myself, dude, you're an alcoholic. You cannot do that. Um, some people can do it, and and these videos are supposed to be inspirational for people who want to quit drinking, for people who's in the same boat as me, a couple of months sober. Tomorrow's my 4 months, but it's just for me to let let out. It's something that lets me release. I don't keep it built up, and so I can blame it on if I have a drink. Blame it on, well, this is what I'm feeling. No, I'm letting everything out. I'm basically on YouTube spilling my feelings to a bunch of strangers. Some of you aren't strangers, but if it helps somebody, that's all I want. But I mean, there's been me and alcohol has had a bad time. I need to. I made a video a long time ago, and I'll find it. And in fact, I'm going to find it and I'm going to put it in the description. And it's a video of me being released from the hospital. I'm in the car. Um, it's when I thought I had a mild heart attack. Um, I was driving and all of a sudden, all of this went numb and my heart was just. I knew something was not right. And me, I'm not the one to go run to the doctor or anything like that. But right away, I called my wife. I was like, I can't drive. I can't breathe. I'm freaking out. I don't know what's going on. And at that point, I pulled over. She's like, just do. And we only have one vehicle, and I'm in it, and I was an hour away. And so I pulled over, and I was like, I'm calling 911, and so I pulled over in a post office parking lot, and I called 911, and they sent the ambulance out, and they I was laid back in the chair, in the truck, and I was just and so they got me out of the car, they stood me up, and they sat me on the whatever that thing's called, the gurney, whatever. They sat me on that, and they put the stethoscope on me and blood pressure and all that. They want to see. They're like, well, it's showing 170 over 140. I was like, man, I don't know anything about that. Um, I said, what does that mean? They're like, well, you're just about to have a heart attack. That's pretty high. And I was like, so they're like, I think you should come to the hospital, but that's your choice. And then I was like, "Yeah, I guess I need to go." And then that's when I went, and they couldn't get my blood pressure down. I soon they took me straight into the ER, and they put stuff on, and then they came and they injected some blood thinners in my stomach, and they injected a couple blood thinners in me. I ended up staying overnight, and then the next morning I got up, and I got the chat here. I'm gonna get with you guys in just a second. Um, Next morning got up, and they took me in for the sonogram, and it felt kind of weird, being a father of two. I I didn't know they do sonograms on guys, but they took me in there, and it was really embarrassing because there was some students in there learning, and so I have this hospital gown on, and I'm laying up in the bed, and the guys rubbing the thing all over me. It looked like I'm a pregnant woman or something, and they were checking out my kidneys, and they were checking out everything, and they were looking at all the organs on there, and what ended up happening is basically I had a my spleen was inflamed. My spleen was inflamed or swollen. They said, I don't know. I can't remember exactly what they said it was. It was swollen, but anyways, the spleen was, and my liver was swollen too. And so, but at that point, I didn't have any health insurance. So you know what they did? They just, here, we got your blood pressure down. You're not going to die. Go go lay off. Don't They told me don't drink any more alcohol and go check in with the liver. Um, Someone to go check your liver in a few months. And I never did that. I laid off the alcohol for it was a couple months because that really put me behind. That really set me back. I thought I was going to die over it. And then, the whole lifestyle of being a DJ and having all these gigs and being around it, I still wasn't strong enough to say no. So that's how I got back into it. But I'm gonna find that YouTube video of me. I'm laying in the car and I just look like crap, and you guys can hear what all went on because I'm gonna have to watch it again because I don't even remember. Let me get to this chat. Um, we got Jim Bennett. What's up, buddy? It's been a while. I've been thinking of you. Really glad you came on tonight. Thanks, Jim. Um, and that's another thing about these videos that I relapsed or anything, because I'm trying so hard and I'm just being positive. So I really do need to make some more videos and check in with everybody, let you guys know I'm okay. Um, Alabama, Dusty, what's up, buddy? It's been a long time since I talked to you, man. Um, Joe Panico, what's up, buddy? Yeah, that was really high. That blood pressure. I didn't know anything about it. I'm like, well, was that good or bad? It's like, oh, that's really high. Um, let's see, Jim, scary. I've had issue of blood pressure too, on meds now. Yeah, and my blood pressure is still. I think right now I need to go to the doctor and check it out. But I still have episodes that my I feel like my heart's beat, but I think it's anxiety. I've developed anxiety over all this time, and I get anxiety a lot, and yeah, sucks. But I think it has to deal with being overweight and having a I need to lose weight. Basically, that's everything I've been reading about it. Is I just need to exercise, cut down on the crap food, and yeah. Let's see what else we got. Love knocks. That's to prevent a stroke. I've had those, Chris. They're not fun. Yeah, and me, I'm weird. Like, I mean, you can see my lips pierced. I like needles, but I don't know. They were pounding those things in my stomach. I think I had three of them. It was crazy. Is a blood thinner prevent clots? Awesome. Okay, I didn't know that. Let's see, Joe. When are you gonna come back on a show again? You're always welcome. I want to come back soon. I just got to find time. On the weekend, we've been getting more back into eBay, and so the weekends have been busy with garage sales and stuff. And then uh, it's really picking up. I'm actually seeing full time is like it looks like it's gonna be reality pretty soon because we've been doing really good, and I'm excited about it. Um, but yeah, I need to come back on you guys' show sometime because I did enjoy that. I did enjoy learning about auctions and stuff. Um, but yeah, this has been a longer thing, but I just wanted, let you guys know I'm still here. I'm still sober. I'm still more motivated and positive about everything than I've ever been. I appreciate you guys hopping on and watching, and that's it. And I'm gonna need to do some reselling shows pretty soon, but I just time is like consuming everything, and but we're making sales. We're making sales. We're making better choices. Um, eBay has been awesome. It's doing really good. So, um, yeah, maybe here within a month I can come on the show again, Joe. But you guys, thank you so much for watching this. And yeah, tomorrow's 4 months. Um, let's see. Blood pressure was 190. They said, yeah. Wow, that's high. Thanks, Joe. Joe, Jim, Dusty, you guys are awesome. Um, Tina's closet. Not sure. I'm sure we know each other probably from Lisan because it seems like from the name. But yes, you guys are amazing, and even though we never met, all that stuff, just over the internet, you guys have been amazing and been motivation to me. I used to have that group Amazon FBA motivators, and that was what it was all about, was motivating people to resell, to get out there and do stuff. And you guys have motivated me to the point of how we're doing now with our business. It's awesome. And to stay sober and keep a clear mind, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to do this. There's no way in hell that I could leave my full-time job and do this if I was drunk or wanted to drink every day. Um, there's no way. So you guys have helped me out so much. And thank you guys. Have a good night. And I'm gonna find that video. I'm gonna post it in the description if you guys want to watch it. It's kind of sad to watch. It's a few years back, but that drinking got to that point, but I didn't care. I still kept doing it, even a couple months after that. I knew how bad my health was, but I didn't care because I liked the buzz and I liked the drunkenness. But now I just have different activities that take that away, um, that make me happy, and I don't need it. Like tonight, if you guys are, whoever's watching this, if you're friends with me on Facebook, every so often I'll post different things that say above the influence, and it's just different things that I found that make me happy. That it makes me feel better than being buzzed or drunk. I'm above the influence. I'm not under the influence. And another situation, um, another situation is tonight. I'm gonna get off of here, and I'm gonna go in there. I have to do a couple listings on eBay, and then I'm gonna watch a movie all month long. I'm gonna try to watch a scary movie every night since it's October. But that's something that I'm doing instead of being in a bar getting drunk. I'm at home watching a movie, relaxing, having a good time, and I'm above it. So that's what it's all about. And oh, we got a couple more people on there. Dusty, Joe, okay, Chad, what's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Dusty, I've got mad respect for you. Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna leave that video up, and I'm gonna start attaching it to some of these videos so people can see that this threw me. I mean, alcoholism threw me in the hospital. Really could have taken my life, and it almost has a couple times. From when I went to jail with the DWI, when I blew a .28. You know, I remember driving in cars honking at me and stuff, but I don't remember seeing anything. I don't remember driving, and I could have easily killed myself or killed someone else. And blowing a .28 or .028, whatever that is, that's over halfway to a coma. I drank a lot that night. I know I keep backtracking, but you guys keep making me remember things. I got to get it out so I don't keep it in. Um, I still remember that night I got my DWI. I went because they started making those malt liquors that they have a lot higher percentage, and so there was one called it's not Four Loco, but it was like called Max or something, and I got that, and it was 12. It was 12%. I got two of those. This was before I was going to a gig. I had a gig at it was like a dive bar type place, but I had a gig there, and I picked up. I got two of those. They were called Max, I believe. I drank two of those. Is you're drunk after even after you drink one of those 24-ounce cans of 12% alcohol. And that's a lot. And I drank two of them. Then I went inside and I had a pitcher of beer. I had, I think, three shots of whiskey and um, some other time. I think a couple kamikaze shots. I had a lot that night. And I just and I even left all my equipment on that stage. I didn't shut down anything. I just kind of at the end of the night, I did my whole gig. I don't know how I did it, but I finished it. And I just remember the next morning when I got out of jail, out of the impound, and then we went back up to the club, and everything was still plugged up, and all the power was still on, and that's yeah. But I mean, it almost killed me. It could have killed me or killed someone else, and it would have screwed my life up forever. And now that I'm thinking about it like this, and this is something that is even going to be more dear to my heart. Um, this was in 2009. My oldest was only she was only okay. She was baby. I could have killed someone, and she wouldn't have had a dad for at least 20, 30 years, whatever they give you for killing someone, manslaughter, whatever. Which I think people should get a lot more than that because they know what they're doing. They have an intent. to harm somebody if you get behind the wheel drunk. And also, when I think about it that way, I have a second child, 3 years after her, and if I would have went to jail that night, I mean, if I would have killed someone that night, my second daughter would not be here today. Never, never thought about it like that, and that actually kind of chokes me up a little bit. If I would have killed somebody, my second daughter would not be here because obviously my wife wouldn't have gotten pregnant. And wow. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here, but it's not. I mean, I'm not bashing anybody who drinks. I'm truly not. But oh, you can't just have one and have a good time. Just it all it does is just leads up to destruction down the road, and you know, it's something that needs to stop. It's not worth it. But thank you guys so much for watching this, and I'll make it. I have to make another one of these videos soon. There's so much stuff that I'm getting out, and this is amazing, you guys. But please have a good night. I'm about to go be above the influence.